Board members, I believe we have somebody signed up for public forum that wants to speak to item 7F, and is our policy before we vote on something, we will hear from the person that signed up that wanted to speak on this issue. Ms. Dethridge.
Yes, Madam Chair, we have Mr. Mark Taylor. State your name and address for the record, please, and you have up to 5 minutes.
Thank you. I'm Mark Taylor. I live at 12912 Sycamore Circle. On Monday, the Board of Education spent over 40 minutes debating the dubious merits of board policy BCBI, appeals to appearances before the board. The policy says that an employee may come before the board after they have exhausted the normal chain of command. The board says they want teachers and other KCS employees to put their concerns in writing and follow the chain of command so that if breakdowns occur, the board will know where the breakdown occurred and be able to address it at this point. Here I want to point out that our concerns are not really our concerns. They're our concerns for the benefit of the students we teach. That's our concern. Our issues are what's best for our students. Very few teachers have spoken in public forum that have not tried to resolve their issues and current concerns through the proper channels. But teachers may have a principal who openly disagrees with them on an issue or topic of concern. When these issues are documented in writing, it becomes part of the employee's permanent employment record. Teachers and even principals have received letters of concern, been moved to different schools, or even had their contracts not renewed in response to written personal communication. Written communication which is never seen by the public. In the discussion Monday, board member Karen Carson worried that bringing concerns up on TV is not good for public education, but bringing issues before the public where they become part of the public record gives citizens a way to hold the board and the administration accountable. It also builds trust within the community, something that is lacking at present. Supreme Court Justice William O. Douglas once said, "Sunlight is the best disinfectant." This policy is not transparent. It stifles free speech. It's bad enough your policy prohibits Board of Education members from responding to speakers in public forum. You now choose to further restrict transparency? Where is the transparency? The Board of Education, like all other governing bodies, should always be transparent, always allow debate, and most importantly, always follow the law. You're at risk of breaking the law with this policy as it is in direct violation of County Ordinance 0-14-2-101, approved 3/24/14, which amends Knox County Code, Chapter 2, Sections 2-286, 2-771, and 2-783 to add language relative to an employee's right to speak openly and freely regarding any issue involving Knox County government, its agencies, boards, or its elected or appointed officials, so long as such speech does not violate the laws of slander and libel. I urge you to change your policy on public forum to allow full transparency. Allow people to speak freely and have the courage to respond to them in public forum so your comments are on the record. Thank you.
Since this is an existing policy and nothing has been brought forward to make any amendments, there's really nothing to vote on. So, Ms.
I would like to respond.
Okay.
Given that you opened it up to, since we aren't voting, I would just like to say that I don't think at any point I or other board members have ever thought that a teacher's concerns that they voice are the concern of the teacher. I absolutely always think it's a concern for what's in the best interest of a child. Otherwise, there's no reason to get up and speak. So if that is not been understood, then let's make it blatantly clear. I would expect any teacher that brings a concern about anything with their employment to be in what they believe the best interest of a child. Given that, we can get an opinion from the law department. We are not prohibiting a teacher from bringing forth a concern. We are directing them to go through a chain of command that allows that concern to be addressed much more quickly and more appropriately through the appropriate levels. That's very different than saying you never can come speak. There's reasons that there are supervisory levels in our system, in our department that has 8,000 employees. Without it, there is chaos. And it is absolutely within our right and our responsibility to have a policy that directs employees how to deal with their concerns that affect our students. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Carson. Any other discussion? Okay. Ms. Coaten.
Yes.
Oh, Ms. Dethridge, I'm sorry.
I'm
I didn't
sorry.
look left.
I didn't put my light on as well. But also, that policy is not just for teachers. That's for parents and citizens as well. They still have to go through certain protocol, or we would rather and would like for them to, in order to get it solved at the lowest level. But you're right. They have a right to come before us, but this says handling of parent-citizen complaints as well as just teachers. So it's not just trying to just target any particular group. This is a policy that deals with everybody that wants to come before the board. Is that correct?
Yes. Thank you. So, Mr. Sanders, I guess we are asking you to check on the legality of our board policy. Thank you.
I'll be glad to.
Thank you.